10 minutes left of game time.
Where are you going? Max here. I was just having, I was just having a little bit of a trouble, but I did call Ben and he sorted it out for me, so thank you so much for calling back. The line here wasn't connecting, so it was just a matter of getting the battery of the Netgear unit out of it and then back to it. Alright? No worries, cheers, appreciate it.
Sound test 1 2. Sound test 1 2.
Perfect.
play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Welcome to round 4 of the RAA National Premier League South Australia this afternoon. Playford City hosts Adelaide City. Ramsey Park will be our stage, and expecting a pretty closely contested game. Playford City, with a win today, have the chance to jump from 4th to 2nd on the ladder. They're in red-hot form after coming off 2 really big wins. Big in margin and also big in importance as they make their mark back in the NPL this year after a lengthy absence from the state's top flight. Adelaide City, they're a club that are always in the mix, but not had the best start to the season, just a single win from their past 3 games. So this afternoon will be absolutely critical for them away. A win for them today will see them climb the ladder and even leapfrog their opponents, Playford City, today. Simon Jimenez with you, your commentator for today. Let's have a closer look at the 2 lineups. For the Playford City Patriots, Luke Osby, the goalkeeper. Number 3, Braden French. Number 4, Captain Sean Harvey. Number 6, Isaac Mullen. Number 7, Santiago Tavares. Number 8, Samuel Voigt. 10, Daniel Ryan. Number 14, Xavier Pratt. Number 19, Ben Woolard. 20, Ethan Allgate. 22, Alad Ahmad. For Adelaide City, John Hall, the goalkeeper, wearing the number 1. Number 2, Yuki Kitano. Number 4, Luis Carlo. Number 7, Daniel Brissan. Number 10, Adelaide City's captain, Nicholas Bucco. Number 12, Nicholas Franchisi. Number 14, Binyam Kabedi. Number 21, Terence Fergus Leach. Number 25, Louis Laurie Lutanzio. Number 46, Oliver Weston. And number 80, Patrick Caracia. Officials for today, Daniel Faulkner, his assistants Dion Turner and Mon Bahadur Kadkar. Apologies for the pronunciation error there that I'm sure I'm going to get reminded of. All clear on the scoreboard, the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. They've just cleared the result of the last game, which of course was the reserves. Playford enjoying a nice convincing win there, beating Adelaide City 3-0. They'd love to get another result just like that in this seniors match. Coaches and substitutes making their way to the bench now. Adelaide City will again wear what's been a pretty popular green away kit this year. Been having some internal communications between the commentators. We're all a big fan of the green kit. They've got the black shorts, traditional black shorts, matched with it today. Playford ready to go onto the pitch. Of course, looking spotless in all white. It's looking very nice so far this afternoon. Expected top somewhere in the mid-20s. It's cooled down a little bit from last week. Of course, last Saturday, all the daytime games were postponed. 39 was the expected top, so the busier nighttime fixture and also Sunday and Monday fixture, we won't have that issue today. Warm, clear, perfect for the spectators. There's just a slight breeze coming in from the left-hand side of the screen to the right. Still getting a little bit of cool relief. Already some games played out this weekend rather, of course, in round 4 of the RAA National Premier League South Australia. Last night, Adelaide Comets versus Para Hills Knights. Para Hills Knights, rather, the away team getting a win. We've had an interesting start to the season. The team in front of us now, Playford Patriots, gave an absolute lesson to them at home. A big 8-1 win, but they rebounded and beat one of the league leaders, Adelaide Comets, last night. So big week for them, having lost their coach, but responded well last night, getting that 1-0 win away. It's all tied up at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders holding West Torrens Macalla to a 1-1 draw. West Torrens Macalla, of course, the other team from State League 1 that have joined Playford City in the NPL this year. So far they've managed 4 draws now. So holding some quality teams so far, but yet to score 3 points. Opry Jets going down to Campbelltown City at home, 3-0. Campbelltown City, of course, were victims to Playford last week at home. Big 4-0 win for Playford. I'm going to say they would have been the underdogs for that particular game. Coming up from NPL facing last year's reigning champions. To get a huge result like that, a really big statement for the team who achieved promotion this year, and they looked amazing last week too, just really gelling as a team. Named an unchanged lineup this afternoon. And ask you, what if you've got the luxury of a clear injury list? Very solid defensively, solid in midfield, and a lot of firepower up front as well. Christos Penendis will start on the bench today for Playford, as he did last week. He had a late appearance in that particular game. His first appearance so far for Playford this year. If you can afford to have a marksman like him on the bench, he has been top scorer in the NPL in years past. You know you've got a pretty solid setup. Running a few minutes late. We'll get underway shortly here. And the home team, Playford City, will kick from right to left. And Adelaide City, in their green away kit, will go from left to right.
So they were very tired, man. There's no soft drink and chips.
Got another game happening a little bit later this afternoon in this RAA NPLSA competition as well. FK Beograd will host Metro Stars. Metro Stars have been absolutely red hot so far this year. 3 wins from 3 games. They'll look to back that up against Beograd, who are struggling a little bit in bottom position in the ladder at the moment. We're getting ready to get things underway here though at Ramsey Park. Tano will kick Adelaide City off, and here we go. Some early pressure from Playford. Intercepted by City. Captain Nicholas Bucco. Nicholas Franchisi. Adelaide City look to have a back 3 lined up. It'll be interesting to see if they hold that shape. You know that Playford use wide areas really, really well, so maybe having some more players stacked in that central position might give them that ability to absorb. Speaking of Playford from wide areas, they find a player on the left-hand side here. Samuel Voigt fighting to get possession high. Carlo plays it back to John Hall. New goalkeeper for Adelaide City this season. It's been a pretty consistent lineup for Playford Patriots from the end of last year going into this year, but a little bit more movement on the side of Adelaide City. Santiago Tabares battles to win it high. Delivery from the right-hand side. Doesn't manage to find anyone. It's cleared. Playford City will take this throw from the edge of their attacking third. City opt for the long ball. Catano was one of the targets there, and he's taken a high position early on. Santiago Tabares taken to the ground as he mounts an early counter-attack. I mentioned at the top how it's been 20-something years since Playford City last featured in this top flight in state football. Adelaide City, of course, a regular fixture in this competition. In fact, they were league winners as recently as 2022. And that same year, they even managed to win the final series. So, managing to claim the double, that is a unique fixture in this NPLSA competition. Patriots attempt to send it into a dangerous position. Really dangerous from the spot last week, actually. I believe it was Daniel Ryan who scored an absolute belter from the free kick. Managing to beat the wall and the goalkeeper in that instance, so. Cleared by Playford City. Adelaide City trying to put them under pressure early, but dealing with it well, as they did last week against Campbelltown City away, where they kept the clean sheet and managed to score 4 goals of their own. Again, so far, dealing with this jumping competition quite well. Long clearance looking for Tabares. It's intercepted though. Isaac Mullen finds an option on the right-hand side. Tabares slipping in. Sends it high goalward, but unfortunately it's over the boundary and well over the crossbar. Mentioned a little bit earlier that Playford City have had a pretty solid lineup to coincide with their change from State League 1 to NPL here. A couple of changes for Adelaide City though. John Hall brought in to be their new goalkeeper from Dandenong City in the NPL Victoria. Yuki Katano, who's featuring up front for them today as well, also from interstate. Marconi Stallions in the NPL New South Wales. Just from Playford City, it's over the head of Tabares. Be another corner kick by the looks of it. Daniel Ryan, who we mentioned was very good from the spot last week, will deliver this in. Take it off his right foot and curl it from right to left. Looks like it was mishit in the end. A little bit too short to find anybody and cleared out, but Playford will get a throw in here from the edge of their attacking third. Ethan Allgate will deliver it short. One thing that's been a constant of Playford City so far is just how well they move the ball, just really patient. Admittedly not the most flary style, but just superbly effective. Franchise will throw this in for Adelaide City. Finds Cabetti short, battles. It's cleared in the end by Playford City. Finds Tabares. Unfortunately, ends up going out, unable to control it with the help of Samuel Boyd. It was a difficult game last week to pick a standout player for Playford City, despite them getting 4 goals. The goal scoring responsibilities were split between the team, and there was plenty of impressive individual efforts, but the whole team was so impressive all in all that it was hard to differentiate one from the others. That'll probably be the most inaccurate kick from Tavares all day. He's trying to get the ball for the throw-in, but sent into the crowd. Long throw from Franchisi. Finds Catano. Sent forward, but gathered up. Ospai will clear this. To the captain, Sean Harvey. Ahmad is calling for it on the near side. Very dangerous on that left-hand wing. Eventually finds him. Takes on Franchisi. Looks for Tavares, but doesn't get to it in time. Finds Tavares. Ahmad trying to find some space for the cross. It's pushed off of it. It's eventually seen out. It'll be an Adelaide City throw-in. Long ball from Harvey for Daniel Ryan on that right-hand side. Just using the width of the pitch so well so far this afternoon. Only about 9 minutes in on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. Of course, we thank the RAA for their support for Football South Australia. Quick look at the ladder, which might be subject to change a little bit later this afternoon, especially with Metro Stars, who are currently sitting on top due to play. 3 wins from 3 outings so far. They'll face actually, they won't face Beercrest this afternoon. I lied to you. No, they do. Facing FK Beergrad, who are bottom of the ladder. Adelaide Comets going down last night to Parra Hills. A chance for them to put themselves clear at the top of the competition. And Comets, as we mentioned, suffering their first loss of the season last night at home to Parra Hills Knights, who rebounded from a bit of a turbulent week where they lost their coach. Lost in by Adelaide City, doesn't find anyone. Foot race to gather it on their right-hand side. Daniel Brissan wins it, but it's given away. And Ahmad taken down. Ball still in play, though. And there we go, scoring open. Adelaide City get it done. Louis Laurie Latanzio with a celebration to match. Rewarded for that high pressure. They did win the ball, and it looked like for a second Playford City were trying to claim the free. They didn't get it, but caught slipping after they gave the ball away, and Adelaide City able to capitalise. Just having a look at the replay then, it was regathered and sent back forward. Betty had an instrumental touch on it. Louis Laurie Latanzio, the one in the end to put it in the back of the net. So 1-0 up for Adelaide City around about the 10-minute mark this afternoon. How will Playford City respond here? goal hasn't been an issue for them at all so far this season in their NPL promotion season. In fact, they managed to find the back of the net 8 times against Para Hills just last week. And the very solid Adelaide Comets, who have been making it their specialty to score really late in games, didn't manage to do it at all against Para Hills last night. So no issue at all finding the back of the net for Playford City. They even did it 4 times just last week against Campbelltown. Now, admittedly, Campbelltown have been struggling a little bit so far this season. They'll try to reverse their fortunes this round, but Playford City were just relentless and found the goal 4 times last week. But here comes City again. Laurie Latunzio managed to get another foot to it, but there's no one there to support. Playford City just looking a little bit under pressure to clear at that time. Santiago Tabares in the middle of a foot race there. Finds Ryan. Finds support in the middle. Play back to Ryan. He'll look for the cross here. Nice little chipping delivery. Playford player managed to get to it in the end, but did manage to send it goalward. Actually, we have got a corner kick here, so perhaps even an Adelaide City player that got the last touch. So a chance for Playford City here to do something from the corner kick. Ben Woolard will be the one that will take it. Take it off his left boot. Shift it goalward, inward towards the goal. It's got a nice curl to it. Down the head of the captain, Sean Harvey, but sent way over the crossbar in the end. So far this half, has to be said that Playford City getting a little bit more of the play, but ultimately Adelaide City getting the reward so far. 1-0 up after that 10-minute goal from Louis Laurie Latunzio. Brissan in the middle. Dispossessed. City ultimately get the better of that movement. Fergus Lynch is looking for an option in the middle. Happy to carry it. Tried to flick on short to Brissan by the looks of it, but couldn't quite find him. And here come Playford City. Ultimately looks like Tabares ran out of pitch in the end. Linesman calls for an Adelaide City throw-in. '15th minute here in round 4 of the RA8 NPLSA. Playford City hosting Adelaide City, thanks to RA8, proud supporters of Football South Australia. Minute against Campbelltown last week was when Playford City won a penalty, and it was Isaac Mullen that took it. Daniel Ryan followed up in that first half, scoring an absolute ripper at the 37th minute from the spot. But here come Playford City here. Ultimately called offside. Of course, also rewinding to last week. 60th minute goal from Maladamar to make it 3-0. Then the 69th minute from Samuel Voigt. So 4 goals, 4 different scorers last week for Playford City. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, firepower, not something that they're lacking at all. Adelaide City's season so far saw them getting a win against FK Beograd. They're still winless at the moment, currently sitting at the bottom of the ladder. In round 2, they fell victims to Metro Stars, who beat them 1-0 at home. And last week, hosting West Torrens Bacalla. It's a 1-1. That was part of their big Monday night double header. Both the women's and men's teams playing on that Monday night fixture. Just a bit of an arm wrestle in the middle in this particular game at the moment. You have to say that Playford City, the ones attacking a little bit more consistently. Adelaide City, the ones that are one ahead on the scoreboard at the moment. The One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Here come Adelaide City. Nice little chip ball from Yuki Kitano. Doesn't find a green shirt in the end, and Playford City will throw this in. Here come Adelaide City. White shirt goes to the ground. Play continues. Nice little chipping ball that actually finds some Adelaide City feet. They've still got the ball in the 18-yard box. Almost found Yuki Kitano in a dangerous position, but here come Playford City on the counter-attack. Tabaris has it. Malad Ahmed is making a run on the opposite side, but not released in time to find him. Scooped up by Adelaide City, and they'll build slowly here from the back. Playford pressing high, trying to keep Adelaide City under pressure. Finds Oliver Weston on the left-hand wing. Sends the cross in. Found the feet of Binyam Kabeti. It looked like this from this position was heading goalward, but Osby didn't look too stressed at all, and in the end was missed the goal by a mile. Playford City will move it out quickly here, and they do. Sean Harvey with a thumping clearance. In the middle by Mullen. Chipping ball here for Malad Ahmad to run onto. He's got plenty of pace. He gets the first touch, but ultimately beat to the boundary. And it'll be an Adelaide City free kick here. Having a quick look at the benches for the two sides. For Playford City, Tyson Herriman. Number 9, Christos Hernandez. Number 16, Chol Mayan. Number 17, Jella Ajak. Apologies if I got the pronunciation wrong. Number 18, Gianni Akpo. And number 21, Braden Endemar. Backup goalkeeper for Adelaide City. Sorry, for Playford rather, for Adelaide City. Juan Gutierrez on the bench, as is Matthew Dorber. Luca Ullman. Backup goalkeeper George Zacharias. We'll stop there because here come Adelaide City. Well defended in the end by Playford, but it will be an Adelaide City corner kick. Fraser Nisbet also on the bench for Adelaide City this afternoon, as is Alessio Boffolina. 20th minute here at Ramsey Park. Playford City Patriots, Adelaide City. Just over an hour and a half before that game kicks off at FK Beergrad between them and Metro Stars. 5 o'clock kickoff scheduled at One Solution, Frank Mitchell Park. Corner kick doesn't end up presenting any danger, but Adelaide City will build again. Long ball sent in. Ooh. In dispute for far too long there. Playford City would have liked to grab that earlier, but in the end it was Osby that was called to action. Well intercepted here by Nicholas Franchisi, making that run out of the back line. Crossed. Scooped up, but it looked dangerous there for a moment, but Playford City are now here on the counter-attack. Santiago Tabaris is now moved to the near side of the field, so himself and Malad Ahmad will be an interesting pairing on this left-hand side. They have a bit of success working together against Campbelltown last week. Both players with plenty of pace. Tavares in particular, just with that really slick foot skill, happy to hold up play and wait for options to arrive. Here come Playford City here. Just tapped over there. Had both options for the cross and with the overlap as well, but ultimately ends up over. French will take the throw in here and he'll likely send it long into the danger area. He will take a run up for this free kick. He does. It's sent into the 18-yard box. Finds the head of Lynch. But here it is. Santiago Tavares getting airborne. Bringing the flair this afternoon, but ultimately not managing to put it in the back of the net. The ball has gone out of bounds here, and the call has been made for a quick drinks break in the 23rd minute. Sun's still out nice and bright this afternoon. We mentioned the temperature not as relentless as it was last week, but the players out there will still be feeling it as the sun's bearing down. There is a slight breeze that's sort of switching directions, but has got a little bit of coolness. But March football certainly in Australia certainly has a bit of a different feel. The players just taking a couple minutes here to rehydrate. Round 4 from Ramsay Park. Playford City hosting Adelaide City. Adelaide City currently leading 1-0 after that 10th minute goal from Louis Laurie Latanzio. Up until that point, Playford maybe looking a little bit more convincing attack-wise, but ultimately not converting that to the scoreboard. Since that has happened, they've just looked a little bit rushed at times. They were moving the ball up the field with a fair bit of fluidity up until then, but since Adelaide City just pressuring at times and Playford just forced to rush a little bit, so it'll be interesting here to see them try to take their time, get things back in control and try to dictate the tempo of this game a little bit more. So it just then Brasani's in that high position at the moment and putting the Patriots defence and their captain Sean Harvey under some pressure when he had possession just there. Playford win the free kick around the halfway mark of the field. Didn't look like a whole lot in that one, but Playford was certainly looking to advance the ball. Just with a short option. Ben Willard. Xavier Pratt. He sends it long to the opposite side. He's got an option on the right wing. Centred. Just past Tavares, but Playford City will pick it up here. Nice ball, finds the head of Tavares, but just a little bit tall for him. You get the feeling he would have loved to have taken that delivery from Xavier Pratt on his chest and turn and put it into the back of the net, but just a little bit high and awkward for Tavares in the end. It's over the boundary in front of the Playford Patriots bench. Long throw taken, Adelaide City there. looking like Playford possibly feeling the pressure a little bit at this moment. Not moving things quite as smoothly as they would have liked to, in particular since Adelaide City scored that goal. They are moving it forward, but things just looking a little bit frantic. Of course, Adelaide City having a fair bit of pressure as well. Finds the hands of John Hall, Adelaide City import of the NPL Victoria. Last year at Dandenong City, this year with Adelaide City. Here come Adelaide City again. Chipping balling from Playford here. They noticed John Hall well off of his line, but attempted to exploit it, but it was a little bit too high and a little bit too much of a lob to give him any challenge there, because he had plenty of time to drop back and take the ball safely on his chest. Through ball here. Tavares will run onto it. He has got options in the middle. Samuel Voigt from Malad Ahmad. Keeping it in. Skillful footwork. Get clear of Oliver Weston. Finds French. Finds French again. Float to the cross, but under pressure in the end, and it's put out by Adelaide City's captain in Nicholas Bucco. Yet another throw in from this attacking third for Playford City. Another long throw, but flies to the wrong head. Playford City win it again. Long ball in again. He's looking for Ahmad. Eventually finds him after a deflection. He sends it back into the 18-yard box towards Tavares, but caught again. Keep possession though. Mullen finds support on the right-hand side. City with a chance now to counter-attack. Adelaide City, that is. Hassan wants it. Ends up back with the captain, Nicholas Bucco. Sends it to the far right side, the feet of Binyam Kabedi. Runs in with it. Well contained in the end, just to bump off the ball, and ends up over the boundary. Some nice defensive work in the end from Ethan Allgate. Playford City have conceded the corner here, so Nicholas Bucco is making his way slowly to take that. 29 minutes in for this first half here at Ramsey Park. Two hands in the air from captain Nicholas Bucco for the short option, but he'll send it along in the second touch. It was Kylo set flight and looked like it was bound to get a foot to it, but not to be in the end. But Playford City had a crack at a short-lived counter-attack, but now one of their players is on the ground. Slowly getting up though, all looks okay. I mentioned before, just things looking a little bit frantic for Playford City at the moment. They'll build it up from the back now and take their time. Would have seen that ball rocketing towards the camera, towards myself. Unfortunately, weren't caught into action. Goalkeeping skills aren't as good as John Hall or Osby for Playford City. Speak of the devil, Osby will play it out from the back here. And that high press, just relentless from Adelaide City. Clearance under pressure again, but finds the head of Tavares, but not able to pick out a recipient. Straight to the middle. Nicholas Bucco, the captain. By Lynch. Here comes City again. Nice ball threaded through, was looking for Kabedi. He's still battling for the ball. Kabedi's keeping Ethan Allgate's hands full so far this afternoon, but here come Playford City with plenty of space. Tavares wasn't quite ready for it, off balance, and Adelaide City player ends up with it. Tavares had to reclaim that aggressively in the end, and ultimately he's given away that free kick. So Adelaide City with an opportunity for a free kick here from around about the halfway mark. And you've got to say, since Adelaide City scored that first goal, which up until that point, Playford probably been looking a bit more convincing attack-wise, things evened up a little bit. And you've got to say it's probably due to that pressure from Adelaide City. That high press, mixing up their attacking options between either wing and also through the middle as well. But here comes City. Brian was onto it for a second, but didn't beat the flag. Some frustration from Adelaide City, looks like. Not quite happy with leaving things up to the linesman in that instance. Bucco busy in the 6th position. Very cheesy. Slips it to Capetti, but he's not on the run in the end, and Playford City are able to gather it up, looking for a long option. Tavares, he's the one, but not able to get to it. Adelaide City end up winning it high. Brissan's floating around the middle, and it was a searching ball for him, but ultimately intercepted. Now City on the counter-attack. Tavares. Ahmad ends up switching it. Plenty of space on that right-hand side, and there is options running into the middle. Chooses the short one. Decided to take the shot rather than wait. Well, it looked more like a attempted through ball to Tavares, but he wasn't quite there to gather it up. So a better looking attack for Playford City that time. When they do get a little bit of space, they just move it really well, and really good also in moving things from edge to edge of the pitch. They're quite content to cross it across the field, and in order to exploit a little bit of space, if it is available, Ahmad, Tavares, Allgate advancing for some support. You saw the check just then, looking for an option on the right-hand side, but keeps it on the left. Tavares looks for the cross. He's found Xavier Pratt, but he wasn't quite ready for it there. Here comes City once again. Slips through. Oh. Well, the flag's up, but ended up dribbling across the boundary there. Just having another look. Just looking for Mellard Ahmad in the middle. Didn't quite see him get the foot slip to it, but regardless, it'll be called back for that offside anyway. Just having another look. Looks like it was actually called offside before Ahmad got to it. A little bit hard to tell. It was pretty congested in the lead up to that. 35th minute on the One World in Sportal scoreboard for all your LED solutions, both indoor and outdoor. Adelaide City just counter-attacking so quickly. And there you go. Put in the back of the net yet again. Daniel Brissan, seemingly from nowhere, just caught Playford City on their heels. It was that really long ball that looks like it came off the head of Osby, but then landed straight to the feet of Daniel Brissan. Osby was just in a really awkward position there. It looked like he was at the edge of the box and not really sure whether to gather in his hands or whether he'd have to choose another option. Not coming off his head, but really landing, unfortunately. So 2-0 down for Playford here. They were starting to get a little bit of momentum leading up to that, but Adelaide City just so dangerous on the counter-attack. So one each here for Daniel Grosson and for Laurie Latanzio. Game probably a lot closer than the scoreboard would suggest at this particular time, and at the moment Adelaide City are in no hurry at all to clear this. Adelaide City take another quick clearance. They've been opportunistic throughout this first half and it's paid dividends for them. They attempt to do it again. Playford City crowd just getting a little bit frustrated here. Here comes City on the counter attack. Yuki Kitano doesn't end up getting his feet to it. Laurie Latanzio, the 10-minute goal scorer, does though. Come Playford on the attack. They choose to switch it. Xavier Pratt finds Tabaris. Defended in the end by City, but not well enough to end up with the ball. Adelaide City, Playford City rather, still on the attack. Adelaide City do end up with it. And they launch another quick counter here, but Playford City allowing no such thing in that instance. Isaac Mullen desperate to get to it in the end there. Well, Adelaide City in an interesting position there. They've been very opportunistic in their counter-attacks and been rewarded for it 2-0 up. Playford City been overall throughout the first half pretty solid defensively, but just not getting the rewards. But unfortunately for them, Adelaide City, given they have got that 2-goal buffer now, do have that luxury to just hold things up a little bit now, and it looks like they're already doing that, just content to share the ball between their defenders and just be a little bit more patient, waiting for options. They end up finding one in the middle when it's chipped. Trying to find Caddy, but doesn't. Keep possession though. Picked up though by Pratt. Okay, plays it back. Would like to Osby. Boundary once again, and Adelaide City will be pretty content to take their time with everything going forward here, but even Playford City maybe just taking a moment to reassess things and just think about how they can both attack Adelaide City's defenders more and just close those doors on those counter-attacks that Adelaide City's been exploiting so far. Just there we saw them find an option in the middle. We'll end up with this one. This one was fought off by Allgate. This was gone, and looks like Malata Mards ultimately won the free kick. Body language of the Playford City players just looking a little bit frustrated at the moment. Allgate. Tabaris. Oh, French wound up and had a shot at it, but doesn't manage to threaten John Hall in the end. Thanks to a nice little deflection from the Adelaide City defender, but it will be a corner kick here in the 42nd minute. Playford City with a chance here to make something of this corner and get something back against Adelaide City and get things just a little bit more square as we head towards half time. bodies in. Ultimately, overshoots everything and goes out. And they have a chance for a corner from the other side now. Well, that's coming forth as a short option. Doesn't quite have the height, doesn't need to contend in the middle, but ultimately won by City, Adelaide City that is anyway. Franchisi. Really good from those deep possessions. The way he just made that diagonal run towards the middle there and just mixed things up for the Adelaide City attack. Difficult to deal with. Staris trying to apply some pressure. One of the players that has stood out for Adelaide City in this first half. He's doing the work both defensively and also coming up as some attacking support. Just looking at him now, he's sort of coming to that right back position, but he's been in central areas a lot as well, so hard to pick exactly his position given how mobile he's been. John Hall sends it long, possibly looking to soak up a little bit of time as we get closer and closer to halftime here at Ramsay Park. Cabetti competes for it. Adelaide City still have it though. Little flick to challenge Playford City, but just ends up back. And Nicholas Bucco, the Adelaide City captain, will go for it, but Playford City end up with possession, and long ball searching for Tabaris, who'll take it on the edge of the 18-yard box. This is a position where he's really, really dangerous. Onto the right foot, sends it! John Hall called into action. Said it in the lead-up, that's the spot where Tabaris is so dangerous. Just holding up play there, plays it onto the right foot and just launches it. And it certainly would have been in the back of the net in the 44th minute if John Hall hadn't earned his keep deep into this first half. But another chance for Playford City from the corner here, and you get the feeling that they got some wind in their sails after that shot. Quite sent long or high enough, but Adelaide City struggling to clear it. Playford City pick it up, and Nicholas Bucco, Adelaide City captain, called into action to block that. But here comes City with a counter-attack of their own. Laurie Latanzio just doesn't measure that last touch. Lucky for Playford City because he would have been off there, but Playford City with a last-ditch effort in this first half. Tabaris finds himself with it again. He's battling. Ahmad sends it in. John Hall called into action again. It would have just snuck in under the crossbar if he didn't get the hand to it. All-out onslaught from Playford City in the dying minutes of this first half. Attacking-wise, they've been looking really impressive, but unable to get that final result. And during the last couple of minutes, looked as close to it as they have been. Another corner. I think it's about the fifth in the last couple of minutes for Playford City. Let's see where this one lands. Still a little bit short. Wind up. Like Samuel Voigt was going to send that one straight in. It's in the box. Dangerous leg at Tabaris finds it, but there's a call here. And drama deep in this second half. And Playford City win the penalty. It's in the 46th minute, or 45th minute, first minute of extra time. And Isaac Mullins getting ready to take this. Of course, it was him that opened the scoring from a penalty just last week against Campbelltown. We've seen Adelaide City just under siege in the dying minutes of this first half, but ultimately come away with this penalty and an opportunity to get one back. Isaac Mullen. And it's blocked. John Hall for Adelaide City in the dying minutes of his first half. Managed to stop that from Isaac Mullen. It's getting heated over the other side. Nicholas Bucco and Santiago Tabares exchanging words. I think with this extra intensity in this last couple of minutes or so, you can see City are feeling the pressure, and Playford City with a lot of wind in their sails. Adelaide City do end up with this free kick though, but the whistle will only be seconds away. Yellow card shown for Nicholas Bucco. The ref there did walk away from the free kick, so possibly Adelaide City captain wanting to get the final word. It looks like he's still talking down there. Santiago Tabares is giving him a bit of a response of his own. Hold up in play just in the dying moments of this first half. 3 minutes of extra time, Nicholas Bucco booked. Adelaide City in no hurry to take this. End up sending it long, but does eventually find the feet of Kitano, who's battling on that far side. Ends up being a free kick for Playford. Final chance of this first half for Playford here. Sent long looking for Tabares. Ultimately intercepted. Adelaide City just pressing really hard here. Physicality's just gone up a couple of notches in the last couple of minutes. Daniel Ryan fixing off the right foot. Finds Allgate. Doesn't manage to keep the ball, but it is kept in by Binyam Kabedi. He sends it forward, but just to the feet of Playford. Switching ball. Daniel Ryan. Actually find Maladamard, who's been all over the field. Left-hand side, right-hand side. Plenty of distance covered. Half time here, but Nicholas Bucco, the Adelaide City captain, is in no rush to get to the tunnel. He's having words with all three referees now. They're giving him the move on, but he's got to be careful here. John Hall's taking the Adelaide City captain and trying to move him on. Start the break for the second half. So 2-2 up for Adelaide City away against Playford City here. Just looking at the stats, 6 shots for Playford City, 4 for Adelaide City, 3 each on target, 7 quarters for Playford City. So shows where the ball's been spending most of its time. All happening in round 4 of the RAA NPLSA at Ramsey Park. We'll see you back in a few minutes.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate. because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Labasso, a nice run forward, only him and Bartuli, and just couldn't quite get there. Wins the corner though, but Bartuli. Kusasa sends it into the area, and it's Vaughan. Leaps in and tips it over the crossbar, and if he did not, that was going to rock that net.
Goes line to Tavares. He then turn, cuts it for Voigt. Voigt with the touch inside, hits it, and that's a great save from Delingas.
Jason Konstantinopoulos one-on-one with Lazeka. Kristen Konstantinopoulos with a shot. Late tackle maybe, but great save there from Barbaro. One final chance for Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matosevic. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept 2 goals out. They were clearly going in the back of the net.
He's made some unbelievable.
Headed away. Only to Metro Stars though, edge of the box here. Visser. Now Gow with a little flick. Visser back in the box, and then the finish by Hamish Gow to get them 1-0 up early on.
What a goal.
Oh wow! Oh my god! That was insane! What a way to equalise!
Ryan Murati, only as far as Mullen. Mullen hits it with the outside line. Can you believe it? Mullen with a second outside of the right boot. And he does. And he picks his spot and he finishes with a bomb. And that's his hat-trick and his 8th goal for Playford to make it 8.
Costelli being put by Caden, now finds Anthony Costa, top of the box, goes with his left foot. Anthony Costa gets a second. He's got a brace in the first half, and he's taken Adelaide Croatia into a 2-0 lead at half time, David.
That's a beautiful finish. Just picked his slot out perfectly there, but gosh, Neograd have just left themselves exposed there.
On the back of the announcement at the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
Can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about the sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with Football SA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Something here, plays out to Panagakos, and it's Panagakos! What an absolute cracker! Alicia Panagakos kicks off the season for Adelaide University.
And I mean, if Elisa keeps the play rolling instead of turning around,
Nicholas has it to the middle box, has a shot, it's gone in, Tom and Bonner, and just as we were talking about just a minute ago, has had a very good last 20 minutes just come right into the game. It's 1-0 up.
Goes to Yamada. Good turn. Needs to find an option. Might even look to go for herself. Nini Yamada! Makes it 3-2 for West Adelaide. 20 minutes left.
Such a quality player to have in this competition. Long shot there by Notridge. It's gone in! Well, it was just a speculative effort by Notridge. And it looked like Elliott never picked it up, and Comets have taken the lead.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. A place to start small and feel 10 feet tall. To have fun and laugh, to build confidence from the ground up. A place to belong. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
We all play the same game. The pitch may change, but the stakes are the same. The ball we desire, the moves we admire. Because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Ghana United like home football.
It's always been our goal to move into State League.
Here it's a very family culture. There's a sense of oneness between the Resies, 18s, seniors. Everyone just feels like brothers.
You know, it's like how they say, you train the way you play, but actually when you rock up game days, we actually play like our heart is the last thing that's left, you know what I mean?
I'm loving it. Really good culture, really good environment. It's going great so far in the pre-season.
About culture, you know, we open the door, every culture comes to mix to us.
Ghana United will be a club that can play football, simple football, a good football, that we will be in the next couple of years moving to the NPL.
Very thrilled, very excited.
Expect to see some rainbow flicks. That's what makes us Ghana FC, man.
Make its way through to Nicola despite the deflection. Here's Hazelwood, who does well to control the ball with the head. Hazelwood storming into the area, tries the shot, great save. And that should give Elliott a bit more confidence. He's done really, really well there. That ball was travelling.
Here's Hood, just needs to finish, gets it past Murphy. Needs to have some sort of hit. And Murphy manages to backpedal and make the stop.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
Adelaide Atletico is being built on 6 pillars. It's about respect, about community, fairness, development, technology.
Atletico is become a family, a big family.
This club's got a lot of opportunity to grow. There's a lot of potential here with all the players and the boys, and it's just like a very good place to be at.
We want to be competitive. We want to drive and develop our culture. We've gone out and we've got a few experienced players. I mean, I've gone and got a very good goalkeeper. We've got a really talented Argentinian guy and a couple of older players.
We're a good quality of boys. All the boys are already in a few weeks, are getting really close.
We want to make sure that everybody that plays at this club feels that they're getting the benefit of our coaching group.
We literally do what we preach, which is let's just play.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
And we're back for the second half here from Ramsey Park. Playford City Patriots hosting Adelaide City in round 4 of the RAA NPLSA competition. More action coming up this afternoon as well. As Metro Stars league leaders travel to FK Beograd. Just having a look at the stats on the screen at the moment. Playford City, both stats-wise and even in terms of what we're looking at on the field, seen more of the attacking run, but Adelaide City, despite that, managing to make the difference on the scoreboard. Of course, we saw that 11-minute goal from Louis Laurie Latanzio and Daniel Brissan striking in the 36th minute. Bit of late penalty drama with a bit of an onslaught, bit of a siege happening to Adelaide City at the hands of Playford. Playford even ending up with a penalty. Looked like they were going to get one back, but John Hall, new goalkeeper for Adelaide City, pulling off a tremendous save in the end. John Hall, as we mentioned earlier, a new addition to this Adelaide City side. Played last year at NPL Victoria with Dandenong City. Making the trip across the border and already making an impact for Adelaide City, both this season and this particular game. Adelaide City just making their way out now. Playford have already been out for a couple of minutes. They're ready and raring to go. Had a lot of wind in their sails at the latter parts of that second half, especially once they got a couple of shots off and had a couple of spectacular ones as well. John Hall called into action late in that half. So they were all ready to go, and Adelaide City are finally making their way to the field. Their green away kit with their traditional black shorts. Nicholas Bucco leading his men onto the field. He received that late yellow card, of course, and still had plenty to say to the officials just as they went in for half time, but opportunity for a breather at the half, and no hurry to get things underway. And I have a feeling the tactic in the second half maybe to just slow things down and take their time a little bit. 2 goals up, no rush to score anymore, and we see how dangerous Playford City can be. Adelaide City themselves been pretty potent on the counter-attack, but don't quite have the need if the scoreboard stays as it is. They will have the ability just to absorb Playford's pressure a little bit more. We shall see how this plays out. Adelaide City still getting sorted. Coaches and subs still only halfway to the bench. Santiago Tabares, who was really putting in a shift in that first half, has the ball at his feet and he's ready and raring to go. It looks like there has been a change for Playford as well. Playford making 3 changes at halftime here. Jenny Akpo will be going on. Christos Penendis. Can't tell you who the final player is at the moment, but 3 changes all in all for Playford City here as they look to get something back in this second half. Penendis, one of the changes, of course, prolific goal scorer throughout his career in the NPL so far. Even winning top goal scorer in the NPLSA in years past. Akpo with his first touch of the game there. And here come Playford City early. Penendis and Akpo, the 2 subs, linking up. Adelaide City under some pressure early and winning a corner kick. With Akpo entering this side, there's a little bit more height. That'll hopefully be able to take advantage of these corners. Goal kick here for Playford City. Oh, sends to a dangerous area. Another chance for Playford City here. And it has found the back of the net. Spectacular goal in the end. It went through a lot of traffic to get there, but ultimately, Playford City, Daniel Ryan, the man to get it done. What an effort that was. John Hall dove for it. As I said, there was a lot of traffic for it to get to eventually get there, but perhaps the fact there were so many bodies between, maybe the thing that stopped the Adelaide City keeper from getting to it. But 47th minute, Daniel Ryan able to get on the board, and here they come again. Santiago Tabares hungry to get on the score sheet. Flicks onto the right foot, back onto the left. I saw him have a really good chance with his right foot after flicking onto that a little bit earlier. Can now finally tell you as well who the final substitution for Playford City was, and it's number 5, Tyson Harriman, going on. Sends it past the back post, and Playford City end up with yet another corner. Playing in the first half, and I'm counting about number 4 here, so plenty of opportunities in the corner for Playford City. And just a stunning 47th minute goal from Daniel Ryan. He's set from so far out. into danger again. Finds ahead of Akpo. Another crack from Ryan. This time it's held up in traffic. But Tavares ends up with the ball, and here they will come on the attack again. Playford City looking lively. Akpo just trying to retain it. Looks like it did end up over the line. Akpo already proving to be a bit of a physical presence on that left-hand side. It was a free kick that was given away rather than a goal kick. What a start to this half. 2-1 on the One World and Sportal LED scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. I said coming out of that half-time break that Adelaide City had the luxury to be patient, but with a Playford onslaught here, maybe there's going to be no such thing. Here come Adelaide City though. Stopped in their tracks. Oliver Weston running into a brick wall. Adelaide City will take their time for this free. It's an advanced position for them, so would have picked it, they'd send it long into the danger area. They choose not to. Long ball in. Osby not phased at all. He sends it to Akpo. Little flick. Cabetti beats him to it in the end, and it's back to John Hall. Energised Playford City at the moment, but Osby called into action. He's under pressure from Laurie Latunzio, but French was there to support. Here comes City. Daniel Ryan, the 47-minute goal scorer, sees it over the line. Well, looks like a fire's been lit under this game all of a sudden. Playford attacking with some real gusto, and it's Adelaide City now looking like they're under a pressure a little bit. Had opportunities from the counter-attack in that first half. And if Playford City keep this aggression and pace, there may be some options there, should they choose to take it. A deflection there from Christos Penendis. And there was calls for a free kick. The Playford City crowd here thinks they should have got it. There's a whistle. Playford City do win the free kick, but in the original position. Xavier Pratt finds Tavares. Tavares is just all over the field at the moment. He's on either wing. He's been in the middle, dropping back in midfield to support. French comes up high. He's just pushed away and the ball allowed to go over. It looked like it was going to be a corner kick, but the linesman flag is up. So the call is offside. John Hall will clear this yet again. And he was the hero at the end of that first half, stopping that Isaac Mullen penalty, which was taking extra time in that first half. And just an opportunity for Playford City to get one back that went begging. It was a pretty impressive shot stop by John Hall, rather. But only took a few minutes into the second half to eventually concede at the hands of Daniel Ryan. Found the chest of Patrick Carachia, but dealt with by Osby. Adelaide City really aggressively pressing here. Laurie Latunzio ends up with it. Stopped, although he has picked up the ball again. Daniel Ryan's tracking him. Oliver Weston sends the cross, but easily intercepted in the end there. Adelaide City still keep the ball. Looked like a long shot attempt from Cheesy, but stopped in the end. Here comes City on the attack once more. Daniel Prasan, who's impressive in that first half. Of course, got that 36-minute goal. It's a bit of a case of right place, right time for him there, but nonetheless, you take it. And it looks like we've got a change here coming for Adelaide City. Nicholas Bucco's going to the bench in the Playford City crowd. Happy to see that happening, especially after he had words at the latter part of that first half. Looks like it'll be at least a double, maybe a triple change for Adelaide City here. Going back to Playford City, who made their halftime change. It was Tyson Herondon that was brought in for a little bit of security at the back, but attacking options in Fernandez and Akpo as well. So in that instance, Malad Ahmad, who put in a fair shift in that first half, was taken off. Flags up. Osbar will take his free kick. And again, just having a bit of a look at Patriots here. A bit of a structural change at the back as well. I guess just to allow a little bit more attacking potency. Can't yet confirm those substitutions that were just made for Adelaide City, but we'll do so as they become available to us. Akpo wins it. He's making a run up that left-hand side with a spring in his step. He's taking the ground. It's done so by one of the Adelaide City substitutions. It's their number 9, Matthew Dorber, who's come on and taken that captain's armband from Nicholas Bucco. So Nicholas Bucco, one of the Adelaide City players that has come off. Of course, he picked up that yellow card as well. Bit of a why-not attempt from Adelaide City there. That ends up well above the crossbar and not troubling Luke Osby in the slightest. Here comes Akpo again. Really patient on the ball. Just adding a little bit of speed to his run where he needs to. It seems like he's getting deep, basically at will at the moment. In that instance, Playford don't win the corner kick. And John Hall will clear this. Choose the short option. Santiago Tabares ends up with it again. He'll cross. It's past Fernandez. Daniel Ryan was waiting for it at the back. Keeps possession. French fights for it, but Capetti from Adelaide City ultimately ends up with it at his feet. Christos Fernandez just fighting for the ball and he flicks it on to Ryan. Crosses. Dealt with by Adelaide City in the end here, but these halftime changes for Playford City and they're looking very dangerous. Of course, they've already struck once, getting one back on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. And here's Akpo again. You get that cross off just a little bit earlier. No trouble advancing at all, but Perhaps that final offload in the middle is something that's missing at the moment, but another chance from the corner here for Playford City. Ultimately sent straight to the hands of John Hall. But here come Adelaide City. Switched on to the other side. Luca Ullman was one of the substitutions from a little bit earlier. Trying to get an early goal involvement, but not to be. Feet of Dorba, centres it, Ullman again. But here come Playford City on the counter. Daniel Ryan sends it long, finds Tabaris, happy to hold it. Back to Mullen. Xavier Pratt involved yet again. Akpo, who's been running wild on that left-hand side, finally gets that cross off. Also the knee of Daniel Ryan, but still not quite well placed enough, or Daniel Ryan not quite in the right position to get that shot off. If it was going to be a quick one, it would have had to have been off that left boot. Not to be. Sean Harvey, the captain, sends it to Xavier Pratt, who been pretty prolific in midfield. Akpo once again on that left-hand side. Heading more central now. He'll try to offload it here. He does. Almost found the feet of Ben Willard, but not quite. Here come Adelaide City to counter. Matthew Dorba sends it to the middle. Catano was there. Doesn't get to it. Let's pull to this right side again. Daniel Ryan to link up with Tabaris. Tabaris has just been running from side to side on the pitch and tremendous with the ball at his feet as well. Linking up with Daniel Ryan there, and the crowd here love it. Isaac Mullen takes on Nicholas Franchisi, Daniel Brissan rather. Sergio Katsparis, again, just really crafty with his feet, taking on two defenders there. Ultimately, still gets the final foot to it before Binyam Kabedi clears it, but Playford City again somehow end up with the ball. And Akpo's now got it on his own on that left-hand side. Time and space. Sends it in. Tried to do the Santiago Tabaris specialty and flick it from left to right, but that shot ends up going way over. Not to trouble John Hall, the Adelaide City keeper, at all, but Playford City just looking really impressive here. You get the sense that equaliser may not be far away. 61 minutes in. Of course, they did use 3 substitutions at half-time. Set forward looking for Catano. Catano's in a really advanced position, but hasn't been properly involved, safe to say, as much as he would have liked to have been. Playford take the throw in quickly. Plenty of work to get on with here. Isaac Mullen has just been such an essential part of Patriots this afternoon, just that anchor in the midfield. Just coming out for support of the 2 centre-backs as they try to build and as they bring options onto either side. Adelaide City still persisting with that press, but Playford not looking too phased at all. Finds Mullen again. Looks for options. Chooses that left-hand side. Woolard just floating in, but intercepted. Patrick Courage here chasing and ending up with it, but Ireland wins it back. Here's Tabares. Has a shot. It was well aimed. John Hall was there. Looked like it could have ended up bang on the crossbar, but well taken from outside that 18-yard box in the end from Santiago Tabares. He's been absolutely on fire both in the first and second halves, just putting in all the work here to try equalise for Playford on the One World and Sportal scoreboard. For all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions, of course, we're here for RAA. Proud supporters Football SA Round 4 in the RAA NPL South Australia. Still plenty of action to come throughout the rest of this afternoon. Adelaide City so far managing to deal with Playford in this second half, but still just shy of half an hour of play here, and Playford are looking the better at the moment. Well won and fairly by Harvey there, the Playford City captain. Akpo finds Penendis. He turns around. Here they come. There's options in the middle. Chooses to shoot. Ends up just past that far post. Firing shots off at will at this point, Playford City. And you get the sense just a matter of time before they do manage to find the back of the net. Such a potent attack this afternoon. The fact that they can bring in a player like Penendis off of the bench, support from someone like Akpo on that left-hand side, just looks so dangerous. Adelaide City making the change here though. Juan Gutierrez is the player that has just come on for Adelaide City. Playford City just struggling to clear it here. Adelaide City just hold up the intensity slightly, but here they finally come. Switched it. Akpo now finds himself on that right-hand side. He'll take his time here. Cross it off his right boot. Right onto the head of Tabares. Seemed to be straight in front somehow. Didn't end up in the back of the net there. One of the strengths of Patriots, just how well they shift their players in their formation. Players that are tearing it up on the left-hand side all of a sudden go to the right. Santiago Tabares prolific on either end, then all of a sudden he's in the middle supporting. A long throwing from Patriots here. Finds the header Penendis. Akpo. Oh, there's a header from Penendis. It's on target, but ends up finding the hands of John Hall. Yet another attempt on target for Playford City. 68th minute at this point, and surprising that they haven't managed to equalise on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Searching for Penendis just there, but didn't get there. Crowd are up and about here, spurring Playford Patriots on. Really get the sense that that equaliser is coming. It's back out again. In fact, that throw-in is going to be called back to its initial position because it never went in the first place. Warm down at pitch level. The sun's still beaming down. It still feels like March in Adelaide. There is a slightly cool breeze. We did see a short drinks break in the first half. There's an attempt there from Daniel Brissan. And there we go, right on cue. Drinks break called by the official this afternoon. A couple of minutes to collect their thoughts here for both teams. Both the Patriots, who have been really running hard and just unrelenting in their attack throughout this second half. They've got one goal to show from it. One more to go to lock things up. Adelaide City, who have also made a good amount of changes so far. Chance to maybe stifle that momentum and come back from this drinks break with things more on their own terms. But Playford City is certainly looking the better at this point in time, and plenty of their players just trying to be the ones to stand up and make the difference. Xavier Pratt, one of those that comes to mind. Akpo, who started the half on that left-hand side when he came on, is now shifted to that right-hand side. He's found himself with the ball plenty of times. Open up options. And of course, number 7, Santiago Tabares, who's been all over the park. Left wing, right wing, and supporting in the middle as well. He's been absolutely prolific. One of the standout players for Playford this afternoon, and you get the sense that all that hard work may pay off with an equaliser soon, but the clock is ticking. 70th minute mark now. So 20 minutes and change to get it done here at Ramsey Park for Playford City. Osby sends it to that left-hand side. Isaac Mullen fights for it. Here come Adelaide City. Well gathered in the end by Tyson Harriman. One of the subs that came on at half-time during that triple sub. Akpo and Penendis, all the other two-thirds rather of that trio that have really just changed the look of Playford City. They had plenty of attacking opportunities in that first half, but unable to capitalise, and just a little bit more danger about them in this second half. Here comes City again, cute little flick. Sent into the middle, but stopped on the way. Clearance here from Playford. Mendes will get his head to it. And it finds Akpo. Doesn't quite find Akpo, rather. Adelaide City, but here is Akpo. Does get a foot to that and put Oliver Weston under real pressure. Sent to Ullman, one of Adelaide City's subs. Sends the shot in. Looked dangerous. Luke Osby was stretched to it, but ends up going well past that far post. Admittedly, the Playford defenders look all too concerned with it, but we know how quickly Adelaide City can muster up something. Here come Playford City, trying to lock things up at Ramsey Park. Fenders headers it Royal to Akpo, ends up with Tabaris, rather. Isaac Mullen finds Xavier Pratt. Here he comes. It's for Daniel Ryan on that wing. Another player that's just switched positions. He's taken up the spot where Akpo was, and we saw a fair bit of Daniel Ryan on this close side first half. So when you've got two players as dynamic as that pair, switching positions can really make things difficult for this Adelaide City defence. Dorber. It's back with Pratt. Finds French to Akpo. Tries to play it through the legs to Tabaris, but picked up by Adelaide City. And here they come with the counter. Dorba looking for options. They're not there. Flicks it through. He's trying to find Yuki Kitano, but a little bit too far away in the end. But Adelaide City will take a throw in from here from a really advanced position. Looks like Dorba will go short, although he's having to think about it. There's Kitano. Sends the cross in. Intercepted well by Playford. Here at Adelaide City finally managing to hold a little bit of possession, and Playford just trying to apply the pressure, win it back and send it back the other way. Akpo manages to intercept. Just racing into the boundary, and he sends it long looking for Tabaris. Doesn't win the header. Gutierrez does that, but it's played all the way back to John Hall. Chooses to clear it long. It's ahead of Ben Woolard. Big challenge. Mendes finds himself with a yellow card. Quite sure what happened there. Can tell you the player in the green shirt ended up airborne, and Mendes coming in with a little bit of speed, but the ref seen something at ground level because it has been Mendes that's been showing the yellow card. But the trainer has gone onto the field now to have a little bit of a closer look. So will Adelaide City be forced into a change here? Can't see the number on the shirt, but looks like Patrick Karachi is the player who's on the ground at the moment. Getting a little bit of attention on the ankle. He's up now though. Can't confirm it was Patrick Karachi. The Playford crowd very happy to see him on his feet. Now down to just 15 minutes left here at Ramsay Park. So when Adelaide City had that 2-0 advantage, we did say they had the luxury of being able to be patient in the second half. Things changed a little bit with this onslaught from Playford City, but maybe now the clock situation has changed. Perhaps game management comes front of mind again. Kitano goes to ground. Shot release from Tanya Brasan. Ends up with Karachia. Cross sent in by Ullman, but ends up over the boundary. No 1-2 phase, and Vic Osprey will take this goal kick. Still choosing to play it out from the back, but does choose an option on the far side. Ends up with Pratt again, who's really prolific throughout the latter parts of the first half and this whole second half. It's been really instrumental in finding options on either wing. But in the end, it's won by Isaac Mullen. Popped a bit of a bump from Yuki Kitano. Christos Penendez gets ahead to it. Pratt. It's a long and high ball that ultimately finds Akpo on the opposite side. Tries to run it through, and he does. Beats Oliver Weston. Gets the cross off, but looked a little bit too late. He copped a nice bump in the end. The ref has pointed to the spot. And it'll be a free kick from 5 metres or so in from the corner spot. So a real chance for Playford City here to deliver it into the danger area and try to get something happening from the air. Well, they had some success. Their one goal coming from outside the 18-yard box. Really opportunistic strike that went past John Hall and seemed like half the Adelaide City team. Which option will they go for? Goes short. Ooh. John Hall called to action. And it's over the line. Playford City locking things up here at Ramsay Park. The crowd has lost it. It was a little bit hard to tell from this particular position. There was a mad scramble in front of goal. And here on the 79th minute, things are all locked up at Ramsay Park. And you have to say, well deserved for Playford City, attacking constantly in this first half. And they've stepped things up further in this second half. I can't even tell you who ultimately got across the goal line. Yep, no confirmation for you yet. But it got over the line, that's the important thing. There was a lot of bodies there in a mad scramble. John Hall did get hands to it at one point, but still ended up over the line. 2-all on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. 79th minute goal. Don't yet have anyone to attribute that one to, unfortunately, but now at the other side, Playford City have given away a free kick. Daniel Brissan will take this one. 10 minutes and change left to go in this round 4 RAA NPLSA fixture. Things are all locked up. But you're feeling Playford will not be content to let today finish with a draw. Adelaide City, despite looking second best, you have to say today, we're disappointed that they've let Playford get back into this. Even if we do see scores locked up this afternoon, Playford City, all in all, have to be fairly content. It's been a pretty good run so far in this top tier. RAA NPLSA, of course, their first season back in the top tier of South Australian football in some time. Adelaide City will take his free kick. Gutierrez takes it short. I mentioned just before that goal was taken by Playford City, that game management might be in play here for Adelaide City. But here they come on the attack. Brissan manages to keep it, play it back to Gutierrez. Finds Brissan again. Dorba offloads a really nice curling ball. Seems like it was making its way to that top far corner, but Luke Osby seemed equal to it in the end. And it's got to be said, such an impressive display from Playford City, not only in this game but in the last couple. Recording that 4-0 win against last year's champions in Campbelltown City. The week before, that huge 8-1 win against Para Hills. And this performance so far today. Now, of course, we are only at 2-all. They haven't managed to secure that third goal yet, but the performance pretty impressive today, it has to be said. Dorba crosses it. He's deflected, but it's deflected to Brissan. Gutierrez cut off in the end. So the Playford defenders under a little bit of pressure there, but dealing with it ultimately. Brissan will take this free kick. If you recall back to half-time, Patriots came out the tunnel and made that triple substitution. Akpo, Penendus and Harriman all coming on to give the Playford attack a bit of a different look. Playford City to counter. Gutierrez, who's been prolific throughout this whole game, finds himself with it, holds it up, looks for options. Penendus is at the other side, well delivered, finds his feet. Penendus still getting things under control, but it gives a chance for Playford City just to get their shape right to attack here. Pratt moving into position. He can take this cross. Takes his time though, instead goes short to Woolard. And it's sent into danger, or it's sent over the danger rather. Ends up at the feet of Daniel Ryan, who attempts to centre, but stopped by Hollington Western. So Daniel Ryan all of a sudden on this right-hand side again. Him and Akpo just been switching sides throughout this second half and just mixing up this attack. Isaac Mullen puts a foot to it. And it's out with a throw-in for Playford City here. 84th minute. All locked up at 2-all. 2-0 up into half-time for Adelaide City. Playford City have got both of those back. Momentum on their side. Not the best delivered throw-in. It was looking for Penendus, but not on target. Yuki Kitano tried to find Dorber, but it was cut out. Xavier Pratt. Really impressive in this second half. Finds himself with it again. Tabares. Looks for Penendus, who's fighting for it. Ullman came on in the second half for Adelaide City, but he's had a couple of opportunities early, but unable to make much of an impact since then. Adelaide City in no hurry to take this throw in. Playford City crowds found their voice suddenly. They'd love to see Playford City get themselves ahead here. Akpo now on this near side makes a run. Easily beating Oliver Weston for speed, but can't beat the boundary. It'll be an Adelaide City throw in. Weston plays it back. Fergus Lynch. Goes long to Kitano. Ultimately gathered up by Playford City. Sean Harvey, Captain Sean Harvey, sees it over. And French will take this throw in. Ref has blown the whistle, and we will see another change here for Adelaide City. A double change. Nicholas Franchisi, who's been very hard working this afternoon, making his way to the bench. Yuki Kitano has also come off, but he has headed straight for the tunnel. The two players that have just come on for Adelaide City: Alessio Bovalina, Fraser Nisbet. Final minutes, final chance for either team to claim 3 points from this game. As it stands, Playford City mounted a really impressive comeback and I guess a pretty impressive performance throughout the second half, but wouldn't they love to get an extra goal to lock up those 3 points and just cement what we've seen from them this afternoon. The way they've looked in Savo, certainly deserving of it, one would feel. The head of Penendus. Finds the feet of Akpo on this right-hand side once again. He's been comfortable throughout the latter part of this afternoon against Western. Sends it in! Finds the head of Christos Penendus, who sends it into the back of the net. The Playford City crowd has lost it. 88th minute, Playford City find themselves up 2 goals behind at halftime. Triple change to make the difference, and that's exactly what has happened. They put on the performance all afternoon to get the job done. Finally, It's reflecting on the One World and Sportal LED scoreboard. One World for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. 89 minutes on the clock. Serious action to end this round 4 fixture in the RAA NPLSA clash. RAA, proud supporters of Football South Australia. Now what happens from here on in? Adelaide City on the attack. Stifled by Playford, and now here they come. Akpo's been showing his speed all throughout this second half. Beats Adelaide City's defence once again, but sent that one just beyond himself. There will be a goal kick here. Saw only a short amount of added time after that first half. We may see a little bit more here. A tense few minutes for this Ramsey Park crowd to close this out today. Gathered up again for Playford City. If they manage to get 3 points here, it will be an absolutely dream start to their first season back in the NPL. 20 or so years since they have been in the top flight of South Australian football, but they have to be careful here. Long ball sent in. Matthew Dorber was in the region, but not troubled in the end. And now the shoes on the other foot. Playford City very content to take their time here. Finish it's been to this game so far. 2-0 down for Playford City. Now 3-2 up. Again, reflective of their performance this afternoon. So many outstanding individual performances throughout this whole team. Adelaide City not content to let it go here. Played over the boundary from Luke Osby. Corner opportunity here for Adelaide City. Now officially into added time. Daniel Brisson, the man who scored that second goal in the 36th minute for Adelaide City. It's in the corner, but it seems it was taken in a rush there. Ends up way out of danger. Playford City not content with this scoreline. Santiago Tavares battling to get it. And I mentioned earlier all the individual performances that have been a standout this afternoon. Santiago Tavares just been a real standout. Just the excitement every time he gets the ball to his feet. Playford City will try and hold things up as much as they can here. And in fact, they'll even make a late change here. Not quite sure who will be coming off, but no one's in a hurry here. Daniel Ryan will be the man coming off, and no, in fact it isn't. Santiago Tavares, and the crowd is at their feet. Really appreciating a tremendous performance from him this afternoon. Working hard at either side of the pitch, providing support in the middle where needed. Very pleased with his effort this afternoon, especially if Playford City managed to come away with this win. Xavier Pratt, electric with the ball at his feet. And he's just got more and more confidence as this game's gone on. Crowd pleased to see the ball end up on the roof of the stand. In no hurry at all to get it back into play, because at this point they're just eating up the final minutes of the game here. Bit of confusion on the field. Ball comes all the way from the opposite bench. And my clock here has stopped, so I can't tell you how long to go. The dying moments of this round 3 RAA NPLSA clash between Playford City and Adelaide City. Ramsey Park now got a second ball on the field. Cross comes in. moment of danger there, but dealt with by Luke Osby. Here come Playford City. Trying to get one last attack happening and seal up this game. So well out of bounds in the end. This Playford City crowd still up and about. What an afternoon of action it's been for them. Cross by. Unexpectedly challenged there. Ball came in from long and he's just seen it over the crossbar. It will now be a corner kick from the opposite side. Daniel Brissan, the man who put Adelaide City 2-0 up ahead of half-time. We'll see if he can make this difference here and lock things up late. Sends it right into danger. Safe hands and Luke Osby. And a big cheer from this Ramsay Park Adelaide City crowd. In no hurry to clear this. You sense that things are just about locked up at Ramsay Park here for Playford City. Akpo. Standout in this second half. Here come Adelaide City again. Xavier Pratt attempts to intercept it, but still ends up going through and not in the hands of Luke Osby. Patiently picks it up. Willard on that left-hand side. Xavier Pratt with yet another touch. Every time you look up, he's got another touch on the ball. John Hall with a bit of urgency to help his Adelaide City team get something back. Sent long. Late drama here at Ramsay Park. Long ball finds the feet of Matt Dorbett and out of nowhere finds the back of the net. And the crowd has suddenly been silenced. There could only be seconds left in this second half. And just like that, Playford City have let this game slip through their hands. We've seen how dangerous Adelaide City can be on that counter-attack, but we've not expected to get level this late in this game. One last chance for Playford City to claim 3 points. They send it long. Akpo finds himself with it. Xavier Pratt. Daniel Ryan on that far side. Back to Pratt. Willard, Willie cross here. Chooses the short option. Ben Willard. There's the cross. Sent high over everyone. Akpo ends up with it though. Sends it from his left foot. Gathered by John Hall. Looked like he had to take a shot from that point. There could not be long at all left here at Ramsay Park. Scenes here moments ago. Playford City got themselves up 3-2. There's one chance for them after that equaliser to put themselves back ahead. Here they come. Cut out ultimately, but one last chance here for Playford City. Xavier Pratt. And there's the whistle. No, it's not. We've got to throw in still. I think that was someone on your bench. Wishful thinking there. Here comes City again. Will they get a final chance to claim 3 points here? The yellow card shown at this late stage of the game. Not be long left to go here. Looks like it will be a free kick for Adelaide City. Daniel Brissan will take it. And it looks as if he'll send it right into the danger zone to present Adelaide City with one last opportunity here. Can they break the deadlock? Can Adelaide City, Playford, stop Adelaide City right here and finish things up on a tie? Adelaide City with one last chance here. No! Ullman, the first substitute for Adelaide City, somehow finds the back of the net. And how different it feels here at Ramsay Park. And there's the final whistle. I think, not quite sure here what a closing few moments it's been here at Ramsay Park. Playford getting themselves up 3-2. Adelaide City unexpectedly equalising. And now, somehow, the One World LED, indoor and outdoor LED solutions, reads 3-4, the advantage, the visitors in Adelaide City. And they are lining up to kick off once more. Playford just in disbelief at the moment. Gearing up for a big celebration here at Ramsay Park, but how quickly we've seen fortunes turn this afternoon. Looked as if they were going to pull off a massive turnaround here this afternoon, but ultimately somehow, despite City looking second best, to be honest, throughout a lot of this afternoon, it looks as if they may have just pulled it off. We're expecting a competitive game here. And that's exactly what we got as the final whistle goes. The result here at Ramsay Park, Playford City 3, Adelaide City 4. What have we seen this afternoon? Wow. 3 crucial goals within the final minutes of this game. Playford to put themselves in front, to bring themselves back in front after that 2-0 deficit. Adelaide City to unexpectedly lock things up again. And finally that late goal from their substitute, Ullman, putting them back in front. Playford 3, Adelaide City 4. What a result in round 4 of the RAA NPLSA. Well, it's been a hell of a game. Crowd's in disbelief at the moment. But tremendous effort from both of these sides this afternoon. Plenty of action still to come throughout round 4. This is Simon Jimenez signing off for this afternoon. We'll see you soon.